Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence. Third playthrough, this time as the Takeda. I'm the Mysterious JG, and we are, as I said, playing as the Takeda, and we've been working on some of the quests that you do as the Takeda before Shingen even appears in the narrative. So I'm getting used to the buttons for this game again, but right now we're on the Hanakura Revolt. The Imagawa clan, ruling the neighboring Suruga, was locked in an inheritance struggle. But betting on Yoshimoto Imagawa, Nobunaga showed his support. We need to... basically complete this to move the story forward. And one of my issues right now, I was trying to find a guide on how to do all the Takeda quests, and the Steam community page for this game is where most of the good information that's in English is located. There's a guide that skips a few of the clans, and sadly, this clan and the other clan I was thinking of playing as, the Uesugi, are two of the clans that were not put in this guide, which is, you know, was made when the game was fairly new in the US and has not been updated in a while. There's another guide on getting all the unlocks that goes through at a very high level how to do the Takeda stuff. And there's a lot of threads that talk about how it's really difficult to actually get all of the quests to unlock in any one scenario, because it's very easy to break the historical quest line chain in this game, in part because of the AI civilizations just, you know, not taking the right cities or not expanding fast enough. And, like, you know, if I had a thing, take Hachioji Castle from the Hojo by 1536. Well, I helped defend it from the Hojo, so that would have been my fault, but I mean, it could have been the other way around. I'm supposed to take it from the Uesugi, but it falls to the Hojo before that can happen, or, you know, something similar. There's very easy to break these historical quests. But I got a guide on how to do it. It should be possible. And in fact, the main thing is the Takeda quests do end before things turn really bad for the Takeda. So I'm kind of happy about that. I'm not going to be trying to create, like, the Battle of Nagashino, which is after Shingen is dead, when his son Katsuyori kind of meets his Waterloo. That's not a thing that I'm going to feel compelled to try to do, because that's not a quest that's in the game. So we should be able to sort of progress forward and try to do things right. In fact, the biggest problem with the Takeda is that we're going to break our historical quest line if we start expanding. It's not that many directions we can expand in without breaking our historical quest line. So getting that last quest to pop will be really liberating, because it'll open us up to just do what we want. And for now, we kind of need to concentrate on taking the cities we're told to take, which at this point is none, and building up our bases that we actually have. So we've got 3 labor. I think that just leaves us to... Well, hold on, let's take a look at our policies. So we are pretty conservative. We could be more conservative, and in fact, we probably want to get more conservative so that we can eventually unlock... Improved militia, usable labor greatly decreases. Probably not that interesting. Foster system, troops at fortresses decrease, troops at castles. Fortresses increase, castles decrease, probably not that interesting. But Fief Assurance is one, and I did, while looking for plot info on the Takeda, I kind of looked at a few of the policies to get more information. Fief Assurance is just good. We get officer loyalty decreases if we lose bases. So we just don't want to lose bases, but that's the only demerit, is if you start losing bases, it can snowball on you. But otherwise, we've got stuff like Buddhist Sanction is going to mess with the popularity of our progressive officers even more. But we don't really have anything where... We've got a few things that are not popular with progressive officers, like old Fief Assurance. And I remember that when we were playing as progressive plans, there were things that make progressive officers happy. But for conservative, we just have something that makes everybody happy, and a few things that might make progressive officers unhappy. But a thing that makes officers happy, it's not a thing that's only going to make Buddhist officers happy. Like this Buddhist sanction does not make our it makes our progressive officers unhappy. It doesn't make our conservative officers happier. The only thing we do that's going to boost happiness of our officers is thief assurance, which is going to work for everyone. But I need to get actually get our innovation even lower to get us even more conservative before that'll happen. And with the way you get innovation higher or lower, the way you move towards progressive or conservative, is through the buildings that you do, the facilities in cities. And we don't have that much room to build stuff. And it's a bit of a trap, like just building the things that moves your more towards progressive or conservative are not necessarily doing other useful things for you. So if we start building Buddhist temples, we can drive our tenant down to being more conservative enough to use thief assurance, and that will boost everyone's happiness. And beyond that, I don't know that I've got
Let's enact a policy.
These like super conservative policies. Maybe we'll reach a point where having lots of militias is really good, and it's worth sacrificing labor for. Fortress versus castle doesn't really seem to mean very much. I think if we can get enough Buddhist temples to get to where we're allowed to do thief assurance, that'll be fine. And we'll have to avoid building Christian churches, because that will be counterproductive for us. I built lots of Christian churches and cathedrals when playing as the Oda and the Date, because that pushed us up towards the really, like, fixed society. Troops greatly decrease, overcome crop limitations, militia decreases. This was actually good. And easy commerce. Gold increases greatly. Western merchants come. Some of the like super progressive tenants are good. Most of the super conservative tenants are kind of meh. And like there's one here that does. We can already do some of these. These are just not good trade-offs for us. When I've got enough gold to actually be throwing a lot of policies around, right now I don't want to enact policies that I don't need. But eventually our gold income will be such that it's not a big deal to have policies. And at that time, we're going to want to have improved cavalry, because we're just going to want to get lots of cavalry, because that will make us more powerful. And we're going to probably want the fairly minor gold hit to get, because this is a crop improvement, like your harvest gets better and it builds with time. From what I read on like with the wiki, it hits a boost when you get to about a year, and it never goes beyond that. But it's not something you want to be turning on and off. You want to keep it on and just deal with the gold hit and have lots of excess food, because the gold demerit does not get worse, but the longer you have enacted, the better the food benefit side is. So we definitely want to get that going. But the rest of these we've got ones that you can't have when you're progressive. You can be neutral or conservative, and yeah, like once we get down to conservative, this is all we're going to have access to. And some of these are just not that interesting, like suggestion box is a good one. But we can't have it. We're too conservative. The idea that people have a say in their government is not how conservatives think, I guess. Sorry. And then, yeah, but this is part of why I wanted to do it as a conservative clan. Just play something a little different. I've done 2 full playthroughs as clans that were progressive. Now, so we've only got a little bit left here. We've got tribes that we should be getting over to our side. We'll get their support, my liege. We do need to do this. It might be more valuable to boost our harvest, though. Does this take labor to do? Oh, this doesn't actually take labor. We'll get their support, my liege. So we're kind of burning through gold here a bit, but we'll get their support, my liege. I kind of like to just do this until everybody's... Hey, Vulture Bobo's finally getting a chance to do something. We already sent people to all the supporting tribes we can manage. So that burned through a lot of gold, but I'd like to get the support of the tribes up like quite high and then just leave it there and only revisit if we start hearing messages that they are not supporting us anymore. Anyway, I know I've been doing a lot of not playing and just kind of chit-chatting, but I'm looking here. We've got a couple of quest things that we do. The first thing I'm noting where we got to wait for a certain year before anything is going to happen. Further than I got while goofing around off screen, I was working on quests called Unification of Shinano, and working on like invading the Suwa, and eventually we'll hit something called the Triple Alliance. It's apparently, per the threads I was seeing, is a place people get stuck. But our main thing is, once we get that, we're going to have to wait until 1546 to do anything. That's a lot of turns. So I feel like we can take our time with some of what we're doing. The one exception being, apparently it's not a good idea to take your time with this quest we're on now with the Imagawa. You want to hurry up and get the support of one of the two Imagawa factions quickly before their civil war ends. So we'll finish that one up, and then I'll kind of look at how much time we have. Yeah, see, this looks bad. It looks like they're about to take that force out. We need to finish our quest before then. I didn't have any problems with this off screen. And now I'm wondering if we've already made a mistake. I hope they still exist with some other city. Seems we were unable to, or we were able to reinforce them as requested. That's an impressive battle. Thank you for your help. Okay, so we got credit for helping those dudes out. We spent a lot of money on covert, which is us, you know, giving gold to the villages.
Reporting in.
Peace in the Yunoki tribe worked well. Peace in the Fujinomi tribe worked well. Peace in the Chichuchibu tribe worked well. Peace in the Chichuchibu tribe worked well. Narasaki tribe supports us. They should aid us on the battlefield. Peace in the Iwanami tribe worked well. We received a gift of horses from the supporting tribes. That's one reason to have the tribes on your side. So I'm nervous. Did we mess up a quest already? Yeah, I thought I saw something, pardon me, on online about this one being failable, but we've got until 1540, so the only reason it would be a problem is if the Civil War ends, and I'm looking to see... Well, it didn't tell us we failed. Anyway. So we have town is thriving. So this will eventually probably be crops, and this will eventually probably be crafts. And this will eventually be craft. So we're going to have a lot of craft neighbors. So is there something we can build? Yeah, we want to work our way towards a town fair here. The Golden Tea House increases innovation, so we never want to do these. And Rice Dealers as population, which is certainly we could do, but it's not going to be our best thing most of the time. Let's get Colin Owari Sanada to build. This is half of our labor, but we're going to get a... This will be a boost to our max crafts. And we have other stuff that can be built as well. You know, I meant to do something here. If I understand the map right, Fuji Yoshida Castle is never going to get, because of where it's located, I don't think it is ever going to have more than these things. It doesn't look like it gets to expand here. Well, because this is a mountain. So, I'm wondering, what have I already built here? Because if I built my way towards like a... if I'm building the structures for a castle that gives it population growth, it might be a bit worthless. Like, this place is never going to be big. I probably want to concentrate on this castle being a strong military base exclusively, but not that big a deal. So do I have anything that will make... anything that will make this place better? Kind of doesn't matter. I think blacksmith I might as well do here because this makes it better for crafts. This makes adjacent units better for crops and crafts, but the only adjacent unit is a military district, so it's not going to be doing crops and crafts. So here, a rice dealer, which make population, but population doesn't seem to matter here. Now, here it would make sense to do a blacksmith. I don't normally do in my previous playthroughs, I haven't done the town facilities that make your students better at, or your soldiers better at combat. I've concentrated on better growth of the different types of things, but here there doesn't seem to be any point in doing anything that's going to make us better at, it's going to increase neighboring districts, because the neighboring district is going to be increased in a way that doesn't help. So she's going to begin immediately. We still end up with one... Well, there's actually...
Ask for anything you
there's
want.
treasure to be bought here. We have a 16k in food. We could sell... That's too much. Let's sell like a third of our food. And then see what this treasure is. Can't afford any of these anyway. It was a trick trap. I can give you this. Sogyu Tsuda. Never mind. Can't afford any of that. We don't have enough cash. And we don't actually have enough labor. This costs too. It was all a lie. A terrible lie. Piecing tribes. $300 gold a pop. This isn't too bad. I just like having these guys nearly maxed out. We'll let Grimmeth go chat up the local tribes people. And we will call it a turn once again. Sort of keep an eye on what's going on around here. I know I did more just like let a couple turns run by after my last recording session just to see what would happen, and in fact this time I don't think they have enough diplomatic clout left to ask for help, but yeah, the Hojo went ahead and just attacked the city again. So I don't know how hard we want to stop that from happening. This would be... Ooh. Excuse me. Pardon, I've had, I'm going to, well, I don't want to get into it now, but I've had some stuff happening. I'm having, like, some gastro, which is exactly what you want to hear about. It looks like, Inuyama Castle, this would be the Saito clan. They are, looks like they're kicking the crap out of, Inuyama Castle. This is when the Oda are split. So a weird chunk of story for them, but it might be that the Saito clan AI is going to wreck the Oda clan's intended history, or it might be that that's supposed to be happening and I am just confused. Oh, we got Yojo Bobobo is sparring with someone. That's nice. Our income outstretched our expenses.
Reporting in.
So rumor has it that Yojiro Bayushi has been meeting with another clan. Whether true or not, I cannot say for sure, but do watch out. So he's one of our progressive guys, and he's like just not enjoying. Like we're not doing anything conservative, but just the whole idea. Like we've got the 10 Commandments on a government, listed outside of a government building. It's pissing him off. We don't actually have a bunch of like weird conservative laws, but he can feel it coming. Meanwhile, we've been appeasing tribes. Quite a few people living on lands. Let us enact a policy. Baldo Jaxors Baldo. Our clan has conserved my leave. Let's improve agriculture, the backbone of our soldiers and people, with the irrigation improvement policy. So
let's enact a policy.
Irrigation improvement is improve labor, decreases troops. It's not very expensive, and it gives us more labor. We should actually do this one. And then improve irrigation. I didn't see. She told us to activate it, but I don't actually see it. Perhaps there's a translation thing going on. Official purveyor. This is... I don't think it's paying for itself yet. We'll want this eventually, but not yet. Fee for assurance is what I really want. And we can't quite afford it yet. Canal improvement. Harvest decreases based on number of months earned. I do think we want this one. And I think that's what... I think improved irrigation, canal improvement, I think there was a translation thing, and they're supposed to be the same. Old fee for assurance makes sense if progressive officers wouldn't like it, because you're basically enforcing the old clan structures. Like officers from newer clans or younger clans or up-and-coming clans are not going to be treated as well as the ones from established clans. So that one makes a lot of sense. It wouldn't be liked by all.
Let's let everyone know.
So this will mean our gold income is going to go down because we've got a couple of things enacted. But now you can see there's nothing to add here. Or there's no place to add. Nakano, it's not letting me check, which is annoying. Here we can see, in the fullness of time, we're going to have several places to expand to. But over here, we won't have as much. And down here, there's like nothing, because we're basically... we're in a mountain pass. I feel like eventually we want to get 12 labor and like we're going to want to build fortresses, like extra bases. I did that a lot in the Date campaign. Just trying to get more economic output out of some of the plains up here. But until we break out of where we are right now, that's going to be you know, like maybe once we take over these places, I could squeeze in a base like here or here, but the Takeda are known for having great officers. We don't have really good land to work with. Meanwhile, what's going on over here? The Hojo are... Oh, this is a different... These are the Ota. But they're still up here causing trouble. Alright, anyway. Can upgrade base structures. We could... Yeah, this place we're going to actually want... There's not too many improvements we can make. 2-story would give us better to blockade, and that would give us room for 3 more. Stone gate would give us counterattack. Earth walls would give us hit points. And we probably want a turret here. Oh, I don't even know. This is never going to be a great base, but it's going to be our border against the Hojo. I happen to know in the long term, if we follow the story, we'll eventually be allied with the Hojo, but it sort of doesn't stay in place. Yeah, we've got a room for a total of 4 things. So that expands. This is building space of 2. This is building space of 2. This will be building space of 2. So we probably want a better Tenchu. Hit points here aren't great. I mean, I could turret. Or maybe I don't even do a turret. Attack units surrounding the base. I think I would want a turret. Better walls, because that'll give me more hit points. Better gate will give us better counter. Then I have to decide between a Bailey or a Tenchu, which would increase our resistance. Bailey is going to allow us to deploy troops when we're encircled. I might just, like, not get that ability. Or I might have to do without a stone gate. This is the blockading increases. I think we do gate, walls, Bailey, turret. But I don't know if we want to do any of them just yet. We probably want to concentrate on getting Tsuchigasaki as good as we can, as fast as we can. We have a residence. This is the one that will increase population growth even more. I'll start upgrading immediately. Ruffle, ruffle, ruffle. %, 79. We'll get them up to 95. Alright. Go ahead and do one more turn here. After making sure that our quest is still... I mean, I'm doing diplomacy with... Oh, was I not doing diplomacy with them? Oops. I messed up then. No wonder it wasn't going anywhere. Well, that's our quest, right? Did I mess something up here? Yeah, I never got... Oh, I did mess up. This is part of the problem with having goofed around off screen. I got it going off screen. I never got it going on screen. I thought I had our actual clan chief doing it. So we get Uncle Baldo working on the Imagawa clan. I'm wondering if I wrecked this. Yoshimoto Imagawa. Yep, that's who we want. Okay. I messed it up. So we got Uncle Baldo to work on that. Oh, we can work with the Imagawa clan immediately. I'll push our diplomacy in the up direction. Go ahead and call it a turn, and then we'll call it a video. These guys are getting surrounded by... the Hojo are really trying to take over the Kanto, which is kind of what happens and makes them really tough to deal with.
Here is last month's balance.
So we spent a lot more than we made because of infrastructure and, well, just everything.
Reporting in.
Using the Chichibu tribe worked. The Minami tribe. Looks like my training's paid off. Not enough to conquer this war-torn land, though. Various tribes have been appeased, and they are what they are, and that's all what they are. So we're going to call it a video here, and when we come back next time, that wasn't the most exciting video ever. It's going to be like that a little bit in this series. There's going to be a certain amount of, with the Takeda, until we've cleared the plot events I want to see, we don't have the freedom to just attack anyone we want to attack. We're just going to have some growth early. But, you know, domestic type growth. But when we come back next time, I'm hoping we'll be able to get things moving with this diplomacy now that I'm remembering to, you know, do it. See you next time.